back in action tonight, and they've got 3 new arms. Was it enough what they did before the trade deadline?
Probably not. They need some more starting pitching, surprisingly, especially if Max hurt. I mean, it's nice they got a bullpen that hopefully can not implode all the time. That's what's going to cost them this season, with what happened earlier with it. But they just can't seem to cut into that 6-game margin with Atlanta. Now, they could still get a wild card. That's possible. And, hey, given this team's history as a division champion going out in the first round each time, maybe a wild card scrapping to the end would be better for them.
Right. And then, you got to like your chances in the wild card should Max be healthy. And even if Max wasn't, you got Strauss. Strauss been pitching very well.
Yeah, if they get in the playoffs, if you got Max and Strauss pitching, man, you got a puncher's chance in anything.
Right. The problem is they dug such a big hole. They have to sustain almost this current pace they've been on over the last 50 or 60 games, and I don't think they can. They're going to come back to earth a little bit, and they dug such a big hole, I think that may just doom them.
I think you're right on that, but if they can get in, it's because they have played consistently well for a long time, and that gives you playoff success formula. But, yeah, 19-31 start, man, I thought, ooh. And I know they beat up on a lot of teams for a while, but they haven't cut into the margin of Atlanta in the last 3 weeks since the All-Star game. They haven't cut a game into it.
Right.
And that's going to – it's hard to make up that much.
Right.
No, they're not going to catch Atlanta. They're 7 back now.
Yeah, okay. So maybe you get a wild card.
Yeah. All right, Rick, thank you, buddy. Appreciate it.
All right, guys.
All right. Make sure you check him out on Twitter. I believe it's Snide_remarks.
You know who's actually creeping into the playoff picture? Surprisingly, the New York Mets. They've won 7 in a row. They're still 4 back of where the Nationals are in the wild card race. But another team that's battling. I mean, when you look at the wild card standings,
it's just too jumbled.
Every day,
it's too crowded.
It moves around, every day. And you have both the NL Central teams. A lot of times are listed there. So Washington has the same record as the Cubs and the Phillies. So all 3 teams identical records. Right now, the Brewers are a game back. San Francisco 2.5 back. Then you have teams like Arizona and the Mets probably on the outside looking in. Although the Mets all of a sudden creeping.
If the season ended today, are they in with the wild card? They're in, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
I don't know how the tiebreaker works, though, because you've got the Cubs, the Nationals, and the Phillies. So maybe they have some sort of playoff before the playoff. I don't know what the tiebreaker is there.
They just have very, very little margin for error after that big hole they dug.